In a country that proudly says everyone is equal before the law, we still have laws that assume only women can be the victims and only the men can be the offenders. What happens when innocent men are dragged into false cases just because the law does not even allow them to prove their side fairly? That's exactly what we are talking about today. The misuse of gender-specific laws in India and why we desperately need gender-neutral laws. Let's be clear. Laws protecting women were made with a noble intention. Our lawmakers wanted to protect women from the harsh realities of domestic violence, harassment, dowry abuse, and workplace discrimination. But what started as protection has in many cases become a weapon. Laws like Section 498A, Dowry Harassment, Section 354, Outraging Modesty, and the Domestic Violence Act are all gender specific, meaning only women can file complaints and men can only be the accused. Now, does that mean all complaints are false? Of course not, but it's equally wrong to assume that all men are guilty just because a woman has made an allegation. Let's look at some data. According to National Crime Records Bureau, nearly 80% of the cases filed under Section 498A end up in acquittal. That means in 8 out of 10 cases, men and their families go through years of trauma, social stigma, and mental stress only to be declared innocent. And it's not just about husbands. Even elderly parents, sisters, and distant relatives are named in these complaints, often without any solid proof. As a practicing lawyer, I can tell you in every other matter, it's not just the husband, but his innocent family members who are also dragged frivolously to level pressure on the husband. And the consequence of this is that old parents have to run pillar to post to prove the falsity in the allegations. Old parents had to get anticipatory bail for months. Men lost jobs and reputations overnight. Some even ended their lives unable to bear the social pressure. The popular case of Atul Subhash is a great example of that. And yet, when these false cases collapse, no one talks about the damage done. There is no accountability for false complaints because our laws are not built to punish misuse, only to protect one side. I have seen men break down in my office while they share their side of the story, not because they are guilty, but because they feel nobody will believe them anyway. That helplessness, that fear, that silence, it's killing people from inside. The real issue isn't about man versus woman, it's about justice versus bias. A law should be based on the act and not on the gender of the person committing it. Just as there are women who genuinely suffer, there are men who are silently suffering, but the law does not recognize their pain. A man facing domestic abuse cannot file a complaint under the Domestic Violence Act. A boy molested by a woman has no specific protection under the POCSO Act once he is above 18. A man facing workplace harassment often has no gender-specific mechanism to complain. Equality can't be one-sided. If we truly believe in Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao, then we must also believe in Beta Bachao, Bete Ki Suno. Many countries including the UK, Canada, and even Nepal have moved towards gender-neutral laws in areas like domestic violence and sexual assault. It's high time India does the same. So there are some changes that we all should consider. Gender-neutral wordings in laws related to harassment, assault, and domestic violence. Penalties for proven false complaints to discourage misuse. Support system for all victims irrespective of their gender, men, women, or others. Awareness campaigns that promote equality, not hatred between genders. Because the goal should never be to take rights away from women, it should be to extend the same protection to everyone. Make no mistake, we are not asking to take protection away from women. We are asking to extend the same protection to everyone, men, women, and others. If you are abused, harassed, or exploited, we'll stand with you no matter your gender. We need accountability for false cases, and most of all, we need to change our mindset to stop assuming that only men harm and only women suffer. Law should heal, not harm. Protection should not come with prejudice. If we truly want a fair society, we must stop labeling genders as victim or accused by default. It's time we speak up for gender-neutral justice because equality before law means equal protection for all. If you believe law should be fair to everyone, share this video because silence only helps the system stay unfair. Being pro-gender neutral does not mean being anti-women. It means being pro-justice.